This video is a reminder from me as a leader of Surecracy and the international Surecratic movement to certain facts about what is going wrong with democracy. One of the worst things in democracy is hypocrisy. Democrats do not believe in ethical value system. They just talk, but they are not committed to your universal monotheism or any ethical value in a secular system. Democrats are secular. Whatever they mean to get what you want, go do it. And that create actually worldwide a lot of corruption, violence, wars, actions, interactions, and reactions that are affecting everybody. Look at the world. Everywhere there is what they call democratic governments. But do really these governments are doing a good job for us everywhere? Or something of a big change must happen? All over Africa, all democratic leaders are hypocrite liars, mostly, and corrupted thieves who steal their own people, steal the wealth of people, and make secret deals under table with the capitalist democratic governments. There is imbalances worldwide in terms of income, in terms of family standards, in terms of poverty versus extreme richness. This kind of balance, neither democratic communism, socialism, or democratic capitalism have solved it. They failed on both sides. Our world today is not as good as the world yesterday and a decade and a century ago. Most of the war, First, Second World War, Gulf War, the last 20 years of military invasion, occupation in Central Asia, Middle East, wars in the Far East as well, they are all caused by Democrats. And as Surecrats, we are actually fed up with democratic people, democratic government. Why? Because these Democrats, through the factor of fears, are electing the wrong people to lead their governments, which lead to wrong decisions that create a lot of conflicts and a lot of actions, interaction, and counter-reactions that affect the whole world stability. We are not feeling, as people, stable in presence of democracy. We are actually agitated between right and left wings of democracy. Democratic communism is a part of democracy, and the Cold War between East-West, capitalist versus communist, is also because of democracy. So it's time now to think free, to incite ourselves with better philosophical and ideological ideas which can better stabilize our world. I mean, Surecracy as the true yellow Moralo-Psycho-Intellectual positive revolution that will induce the needed changes in everybody, mind and soul, to have the better human being and the best civilization ever existed in human history. We are challenging Democrats in every aspect of life, in economy, in invention of new systems of economy that rely on profitability percentage rather than interest rate, which cause inflation of the whole world economy. That's not any more suitable for any of us, and which cause us to be in debts, all of us. from individuals to organizations to banks to families, to governments, to nations, to the global world community. Democrats invented unsuitable systems because they are not very smart. We don't think they are very smart. We are not saying we are the best, but at least we are giving proposals to force Democrats to compete with us. We challenge them by the Surecratic economy system. We challenge them by the political system of Surecratic polity, which will correct a lot the troubles of democracy in governing. The Surecratic polity model allow people to stop as a checkpoint the decisions on time if the government take the wrong decision against best interest of people. Where here the Surecratic councils, who are elected by people too, but as independents from parties, they have the right in their Congress, the Surecratic Congress, to veto the parliament and the government in power. And if a veto happens, they will stop the government from bad decisions like going to war, like raising taxes, like taking a wrong decision that many people are against, and resolve in a peaceful way through that checkpoint the problem of mistakes of Democrats with their governments. The veto from the Surecratic Senates, or call them the Senates, will allow people to control as a checkpoint what's wrong with democracy and what is wrong is being done with Democrats at the time things happen. And if two vetoes occur of the Surecratic Congress, Senates, against the Parliament, and the majority of the MPs, Member of Parliament, like a conservative or a liberal, here the Senates, who are independent from the parties, by 2/3 of their votes can stop what's going wrong in the Parliament and in the government. And if they try to enforce back the same decision, like going to war or getting a very wrong decision, a second veto will simply force taking the whole matter out of the government and the parliament back to people. Lovely. Back to people. You believe that if your prime minister or president screw you up, you screw him back. At the same time, to stop him from doing something against your will and best interests as people. That's lovely. That's the creativity in Surecracy, one of the creativity in Surecracy, to correct the democratic governments in a way that support people, peace, and justice. So that's one of the things that's amazing in Surecratic polity models, and we have various models to challenge Democrats that we have better systems of governing than you have. Number two is that especially democratic governments, when they take a decision in a parliament by the majority party, they can put any stupid law, any amendment that's stupid of law, like Bill 6 in Canada, for example, where many people protest against the NDP, Democrats, what they are doing wrong in Alberta. And always you see protests against the parliament in Ottawa for this or that cause. People will minimize their protests through the Surecratic polity model system to be efficient and in balance, equivalent balance to the power of governments, which will scare the politician from doing wrong decisions, which is good for us, for all of us. If a politician knows that twice veto against his decision in the parliament or with his party in the parliament will screw that party and the prime minister in power from taking power over the decision to decide it against will of people, the referendum, the Surecratic referendum with the Surecratic Senates will be a very good solution that is promising in 2016 that we will be able to induce tremendous political changes in our systems without having to disturb anything that we have already existed. That's the lovely things that we love as Surecracy to be inducing as a Moralo-Psycho-Intellectual Revolution, giving people more options, more freedom to decide what they need for themselves. Another thing also, we have seen the world communication through politics and international relations. We see that the equation is not really balanced, which cause some kind of real troubles to governments and to people. And we want, under themes of our norms, justice, liberty, mutual love and God and humanity, treating with our humanitarian insight, real justified methods or methodology, relations, we will bring back stability, progress in socio-economic progress or social and economic progress, political progress and development, and also environmental changes will happen with us because we have other views to talk about. In other videos we're gonna expose facts and reality in it. This is very short note in that a small video about what Surecracy can do. Democrats have dragged all of us into war, have caused massive destructive damages to any civilized form of life. The wars between East-West over Middle East did not stabilize anybody, including your family. If your husband or yourself is employed, it's because of that war that has been continuous for two decades, and I speak in another video about that in detail. Democrats do not think about what their own people is going to suffer more than what their politician and power money mongers want for themselves. So be aware, we're always there. We will help ourselves and we will help you as people to get back your power, your stability, your economic and social progress with much better ethical values that have rewards for all our society stability under the cover of peace, justice, liberty that is responsible, mutual love in God and humanity, stopping violence and war worldwide. And have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Canada. We are Canadians and we are Surecrats, and we love to be a part of the development in this country and other countries as well. Sherif Abdel-Kerim, the International Surecratic Movement, Canada, leading Surecracy as alternative to democracy in Canada and worldwide. And have a wonderful evening. Thank you.